Hello everyone, my name is the Emerald, and kicking off directly after I just recorded from the new characters, we're going to be talking about the buffs for the old characters, Sparkle and Black Swan. Now I have read both of them, and I have seen the TLDR on both. I will go into specifics on both of them, but I will be talking about mainly again like the biggest changes here and what this means for like their respective teams and all those things like that. All right, so I think it's best to start with Sparkle. She has the least amount of change. Out of the two, she has the less changes to her, but I think they're just still pretty big. We have the old one to compare as well on the side here. So the first thing is, unfortunately, they did not do what I think they were gonna do, and they did not give her 100% action advance, which I kind of depressing. But the ultimate and talent got changed. So before, the old ultimate recovered 4 skill points for the team and granted all allies Cypher, and for allies with Cypher, each stack of damage boost effect provided by Sparkle's talent additionally increases by 10%, lasts for 2 turns. Now, the ultimate recovers 6 skill points for the team, and if skill points overflow, Sparkle gains 1 stack of mass for each point that overflows. When allies' character turn ends, if the team has fewer skill points than the maximum, Sparkle consumes 1 stack of mass to recover 1 skill point for the team until the limit is reached. Then grants all allies Cypher. For allies targets with Cypher, the damage effect provided by Sparkle's talent increases by additional 5% per stack, lasts for 2 turns. I don't really get this. You'll see why I don't really get what this means. I assume it's supposed to be changed. You'll see why in a second. Talent Red Herring. Before, this part is the same. The change is here. Before, it used to be that whenever an ally consumes 1 skill point, all allies' damage don't increase by 7%, lasting for 2 turns and stacking up 3 times. Now it's all enemies damage received increased by 3%, lasts for 2 turns, stack up to 4 times. So it's damage vulnerability instead of damage increase for your team. I think it's okay. Again, it doesn't really make sense for this, but this, I mean, then again, this was already busted. This is already busted, so like, this, I guess this is fair. Okay. We'll go into her technique, which actually did change. I didn't think they would actually change technique, but they did. Everything about the technique stays the same except for this last part. When she enters the battle with technique active, she gets 20 energy. Really huge. That's just, now you don't have to pray you get hit to get energy off. That's good. Okay, so bonus abilities. I believe every single one of these changed. Yes, every single one of these changed. So wait, hold on. Did the turn limit increase? I don't think it did, right? Oh no, it did. My fault. I didn't see this. The turn limit increased. I didn't see this. Yes, the turn limit increased. It lasts two turns instead of 1. So like what I said before in my other video where like I predicted the thing, I didn't say that they would most likely take what Trace 2 used to have been and just moved it up in the Trace 1 by increasing the turn counter and then changing it to something else, which they did do. Alright, Trace 1, before all it used to be was you got 10 energy on base attack, extra energy on base attack, that was it. Now, on top of that, when an ally character who possesses the crit damage boost effect provided by skill point consumes skill points, Sparkle additionally generates 1 energy. Now, it sounds bad, but the new Sparkle, Sparksy, whenever she gets into her enhanced, like the enhanced base attack, and she uses her skill to enhance it, she can do it up to 20 times. So, that's 20 energy without any energy regeneration rate. So, yeah, it's pretty solid. That's not too bad. I mean, getting any energy is good, which is nice. Trace 2, which I think is really strong. If an ally consumes 3 or more skill points in a single action, Sparkle's next skill usage will not consume skill points. She, like, once, if you're using Archer or Sparksy, you are physically incapable of going skill point negative at that point. On this character, it's impossible. It's pretty good, right? Nocturne, they changed this immensely. Nocturne, what it used to be was increase all allies attack by 15%, and then when there are different number of quantum characters in your team, it additionally increases those quantum allies attack by 5, 15, 30%. Now, increase attack for all allies by 45%, just raw, so it took the highest value and then put it into the 15%, which is really good. And then when the ally character possesses the crit damage boost effect provided by the skill, their all-time resistance penetration increases by 10%, which is pretty nice to have. This is really good. I think these are, her traits were like one of our biggest problems of her character, and yeah, they changed them to be really good. The skill lasts for an extra turn, you get to store skill points, which is really huge, get more energy from the technique, increasing enemies damage, which I don't mind too much. Yeah, this is really good. And then her E1 actually changed. So before, her E1 would the Cypher granted by the ultimate lasts for one extra turn, and all allies with Cypher have their attack increased by 40%. That was what it was before. Now, the Cypher lasts the same amount of time. Actually, hold on, let me check. I actually didn't check. Let me check real quick. I actually didn't read. Oh yeah, the ultimate lasts an extra turn too. Right here, the ultimate lasts an extra turn too. So they moved that part of E1 up into base kit. Wow, that's good. All right. Increase all the attack of all items by 40%, which is the same. And then the difference right here, when the battle starts or when using skill, increase Sparkle's speed by 50%, lasts for 2 turns, which lets you have more actions with her, which is pretty good. Yeah, that's really strong. Yeah, everything else is the same, but man, like, these are really, these are not nearly as many changes as Black Swan got, but it is really good changes. This makes her much more skill point positive, actually. Much more skill point positive than she was before. You're not like burning through all these skill points for this one specific skill. And if you miss out on it, it's not the biggest deal ever. Yeah, it's powerful. It's really strong. I like this. I like change a lot. I think my only real complaint is this is still not 100%, but then again, based on everything else that's happening, maybe it's for the best. Yeah, really good changes. All right, let's look at Black Swan. We'll talk about the team compositions after we talk about everyone. Black Swan. These are pretty solid changes. Okay, so one thing you're going to notice is both the base tech and skill loses the Arcana stuff. I believe everything else is the same outside just them losing that Arcana. So before, the base tech will give you a 65% chance of getting Arcana, and then with more stuff on that, and the same thing with the skill. Right here, 100% base chance of flying 1 stack. That's now gone from both, which is pretty interesting. You'll see why in a second. The ultimate actually changed. You can see that they didn't move this, but the ultimate before inflicts 50 on allies in 2 turns, yada yada. What matters here? Additionally, if enemies are also with Arcana, they're considered to be simultaneously have Wind Shear, Bleed, Burn, and Shock. After Arcana causes damage at the start of each turn, its stack does not reset. This now resets to affect Arcana stack can be triggered up to 1 time for the duration of Epiphany, and it resets when you apply it again and deals 120% of attack. Now, this is important. Same thing here, except right here. When gaining 1 stack of Arcana, there's a 50% fixed chance to gain 1 additional stack, and Arcana stacks won't be halved after dealing damage to start a turn. This was the move from, I believe, the it's one of the Eidolons, I think, that it was moved out from. I don't remember exactly what's moved, but I remember she didn't have that normally. Oh no, sorry, it's I think it's in the her traces, I think. I could be wrong. Unless she had it before and then they moved it. I just know they moved it somewhere. I don't know where they moved it from, but I remember she had it before. Where it is, but I believe she had it before. They moved. I think they moved it. I think, correctly. Yeah. There's 50% fixed chance to gain 1 additional stack, and Arcana stacks won't be halved to dealing damage to start a turn. Keep that in mind. Won't be halved. Here's the Thumb's talent. Each time an enemy target takes dot, there's a 65% base chance to inflict 1 stack of Arcana. When an enemy target is in the Arcana state, they are also considered to be in Wind Shear, Bleed, Burn, and Shock. So now you no longer have to have them in the state to be considered all 4. They just are naturally, which is really big. This lets me like anytime you need like all 4 to proc, boom. At the start of each turn, they take 1 dot equal to 240% Black Swan attack, which is the same. After which the stack count is halved. Before, it was reset back to 1, which was awful for the character. That means like you would just lose out on a lot of those stacks, and like it would take forever. Like, it takes a while to build it back up, and if the enemy is faster than you, good luck. Now it's no longer the case. Each stack of Arcana increases multiplied by 12%, which I believe is the same. Yes. Arcana can stack up 50 times. Additional stacks beyond the limit can still be applied, but will be removed after dealing damage. So you can go beyond 50, but you'll just lose them guaranteed once you do damage to it. Once it like procs the damage, so that's important. But that's good. That means you can go up higher than 50 if you ever get to that point, and then you can do bigger damage that way. And then this is the same stuff that her original kit had, but it's no longer tied to an Arcana stack requirement, so it's now just base, which is really good. Yeah, these are really good. These are really good changes. Being able to have all 4 being applied just for the Arcana, not Epiphany, is really strong. It being halved instead of reset to 1 is really powerful. It makes the character much more consistent. And we'll go into more a little bit in a second. But yeah, this is all really good. I have no problems with it. Technique, I believe, stayed the exact same if I remember correctly. I think the only change was, yeah, I think it just specifically changed what's it called? It just specifically changed just like the wording of it to have like the quotation marks, but that's about it. All right. Bonus abilities, those did change. So before her trace 1, if you used a skills attack against an enemy that had any of the 4 dots, each of the dots respectively has 65% patience of inflicting 1 extra attack of Arcana. Now, when an enemy target is attacked by Black Swan, there's a 65% base chance of inflicting 5 6 Arcana on them. Not only are you getting more Arcana out of it, you're getting basically the same amount of Arcana out of it, but now you don't even need debuff, you just have to hit into them, which is really strong. Goblet's Judges, I believe that was changed a little bit. Yes, so before, yeah, every time an enemy target receives 1 instant dot during its attack, there's a significant base chance for the target to be played with its attack of Arcana up to 3 in a single attack. That was changed out. Now they are, the 6% base chance that they would fit with 1 attack of Arcana, which is the same as up here. And a 100% base chance to be inflicted with a defense reduction effect for the skill, which lasts for 3 turns, which is really strong. And then from there, sorry, I got some weird message. After using base attack or ultimate, there's also a 100% base chance to inflict the defense reduction effect from the skill on an enemy target's hit, which lasts for 2 turns. So now you don't even have to use the skill anymore to apply this defense reduction. Okay, so I'm back. I'm gonna have to re-record this part because I forgot to unmute my mic when I was doing the thing, but it's fine. That gets me away from any other distractions that I have. So I mean, it's also pretty quick. It's the last like 5 minutes, so it's fine. So I was talking about how here, where before, like in the old kit, you had to use the skill, and that was the only way you could get this defense reduction. Now, because of this specific trace here, you can now apply it with anything, skill, base attack, or ultimate. This makes her more skill point positive than she was before. Thank God, because it was a pain before. It was a pain. Okay. Then trace 3, which is by far the biggest and probably best part about this character. Before, it increased. Oh, is this reversed? Oh no! I forgot to change this. This is original. What? There we go. Yeah. It increases unit damage by amount equal to 6% over EHR up to max damage increase 72%. Now, it is all allies get this damage boost, which is insane. That big a boost is insane to see. Now all allies just get 72% damage increase. So Kafka and Hisselins, boom, free 72% damage. That's huge. That's very big. Yeah, I don't really have a big problem with that. It's just good. That's just a really strong value, and I like that a lot. It's good. Okay. We'll talk about Eidolons. The main things that changed were E2, E4, E6. I think this is the first time a character has gotten this many changes to the Eidolons. I believe Jing Liu got changed to her E4, I believe. But not like this many Eidolons. So, E2, before, when an enemy target afflicted with Arcana was defeated, there was 100% patience inflicting 6 stacks of Arcana to adjacent targets. It's been changed now to when they just show up in the battle, there's 100% patience to inflict 36 of Arcana on them, which is really strong. Now when they show up, they'll just get screwed over immensely, which is good. And 30 stacks is a lot. It's a lot of damage. So yeah, that's good. I don't have a problem with that. E4, before, while in the Epiphany state, enemy targets have their effect resistance reduced by 10%, and Black Swan generates 8 energy at the start of these targets' turns, or when they are defeated. And this energy regeneration effect can only trigger up to 1 time while Epiphany lasts. This trigger count is reset when Epiphany is applied again. It's been changed to now, well, enemies will now take 20% increased damage, so it's actually more useful. And Black Swan generates 8 energy at the start of each turn or when they are defeated. It says, yeah, because it says at the start of each turn, that insinuates that any turn, like whenever any turn passes, boom, 8 energy. So she's gonna be getting her ultimate much faster. And when you get your ult faster, you will keep this 20% damage up much longer, and you'll be just doing damage much more often. And you'll be getting the defense reduction from Trace 2 a lot more. Like, it's a good. This is a really solid E4 now. I think so. Even if it's for enemies' turn, it's still good. It's just getting more energy out of that. It's really good. Pantheon, Merciful, Masses, Pitiful. This was changed for the better immensely. Before, when an enemy target was attacked by Black Swan's teammates, Black Swan has 65% base chance inflicting 1 stack of Arcana on the target. That is the same between both, right here. The main difference is here. Before, it was that every time she inflicted Arcana, there was a 50% fixed chance to additionally increase the number of Arcana stacks this time by 1. So basically, it was a coin flip whether Black Swan will inflict 1 or 2 Arcana. Now, not only is it guaranteed to be 2 every time you hit them, but the max stacks of Arcana is increased to 20, which is a lot more, and that's going to be like you'll get to a much faster points. It's going to be much higher values. Give me a sec to scratch my ear, but yeah, it's much better. It's really good. She's gonna be doing a lot of damage. Arcana's gonna be stacking much faster. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be really good. Yeah, I don't really have a problem with all this, really. She's really strong now, much stronger than she was before. Her Arcana's not gonna be set to 1 like an absolute loser. And yeah, she is now re-solidified her spot in the Dot team. Because before, like when Cyrena came out, people were like questioning, oh, is it really worth running Black Swan anymore, right? Like we just got Cyrena, who's now letting Hislin's explode Dot on ultimate and letting them just do more damage overall. Like, is it really worth it? And then Black Swan, they came in and said, Black Swan, you're going back on the roster. Boom, here's 50,000 buffs. All these buffs are good. I really do like these buffs. It's good. For Sparkle, I also like these buffs a lot. While it is fewer than what Black Swan got, it is really good change overall. Being able to have this skill last an extra turn is really nice. Covering 6 skill points is insane, and having them overflow and keeping them is really strong too. So now there's no need of just holding on to your ultimate until so you don't waste some skill points. That's really good too. Damage received for enemies is honestly a little better than damage increased, but we'll have to see how it is. But this is pretty strong. Wish the stack limit was a little higher, but then again, I want like too high. The main thing is the traces. The traces got really good changes. Trace 2 now makes it to where if you're running DHIL, Archer, or Sparksy, you now just become skill point positive straight up, because you can't go below. You can't use skill points anymore after the first time you use it. So there's that. Getting more energy from the person you use the skill on is always good. Giving 40% attack is really huge. It's really powerful. Love that a lot. And then getting all versus penetration is really strong here. That's not too bad either. And then the main thing is just having her speed increase on E1 is really good too. Yeah. These are really good buffs. They've now solidified themselves more on their respective teams, and then this for Sparkle specifically opens her up to more teams because she's no longer specific with Trace 3. Yeah, I expected a lot of these changes. I think a lot of changes I were expecting, and they are really good. Black Swan was really good. They made her stacks much faster. I thought they would make her explode her own Dot, but instead they made it to where they don't go out. They don't lose away as often. They don't go away as fast, which is I was like that as well. They made a lot of the restrictions. They removed a lot of restrictions. They're gone. The defense, they made her skill point more skill point positive, I would say. Instead of skill point negative, she's more skill point neutral-ish, skill point positive. This is definitely big. Like, they increase the damage to all. They increase it to all allies instead of just for herself. Yeah, these are good changes. I like them all. Again, I said this before when my mic was muted. These are changes that I think are needed because these are characters that needed buffs. However, these just weren't characters that we were expecting them for. We were expecting like version 1 characters, not version 2 characters. But I will take them nevertheless. Sparkle was expected because of Sparksy, but Black Swan was definitely a surprise one. I assume they did it because of the fact that they're both version 2. That's what I'm assuming for, but yeah, good overall. So that'll be it for this video. Leave a like and subscribe. Comment down below what you think of these changes. If you think they're good, if you think it's not good enough, maybe like they need more, maybe Sparkle needs more. I don't think she does, but hey, maybe you think that. And then let me know what team sets you want to make more Sparkle, because Sparkle is now open to a few more teams compositions. Not like an over like a big amount, but I think a few. So that'll be it for this video, and I hope you have enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.